Hello. This is a pop-up. Well, it's pop-up live. It's not pop-up sale. I am going to be going live here in a half an hour for a sale, but I'm doing this. I'm doing this first. Let me check something. Oh no. We've got to. What is that? I had to mute myself. All right. I got to figure something else out real quick since I'm just doing this on the fly. And I also have not used Streamyard in a very, very long time. Oh, and the internet is moving very, very slow. Hang on, if you're popping in and saying hi, I'm trying not to be rude. I'm just trying to get this situated. Doot, 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 doot. There. Okay. I think we might be good. Hi, Audrey Lee. I am very rusty, Willie. Very like if I well, doing this, you could probably hear squeaking like the Tin Man. Okay, so as you can see by the title, lifestyle quick claims hitting us so 2019. Yeah, it is. Remember back in the early days of back in the early in the inception of having live sales on YouTube, specifically, yeah, like when I started doing it, I just closed my shop. I had all of this inventory and hi, hello, Mary, and hi, Ronnie D. And I was like, I'm gonna do all this stuff. And so I had a little bitty baby YouTube channel, and I was like, ah, we'll just see. So people actually, hi Jackie, people used to actually claim things in the actually no, the very first ones that I did, I was like, the first person to email me will get this item. And then I was like, well, people could just claim it in the chat. So then we would assign everything a number. So I would sit down with a legal pad and I'd have all of my inventory laid out and I would write everything out. And then, hi, Jackie. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you since Germany. How's it going? Jackie, we're going to, I'm waiting on some details, but we're going to London and Scotland for 12 days in June. And I'm also meeting with Clover Trip next week. I want to go back to Greece, 2 different islands. So that's all on the horizon too. I mean, that's what I used to do. Hi, Shannon. So, but then, there wasn't a lot of people that were doing live sales. I don't even know if there were hardly anybody doing live sales. And, you know, then, I was just like, "Oh, you should do this. You should do this. You should try this. It's really fun. If you should try this." And so, starting out with some friends, and we just got the live sale thing going, and everybody was doing like first person to type in 12 to claim this item. And then people were like, "Well, they have faster internet than me. I can't ever win anything because they got faster internet." And then we would get all kinds of complaints about people not being able to get things quick enough because they had slow internet. So then it morphed into, okay, let's do it. Let's do a count. We'll do things auction style and we'll do a countdown. And we used to do a countdown starting at 10. That wasn't enough because the lag was too long. So then we started doing them at 25. Then you had to count backwards. And then there was a lot of wheels moving around. You had to count backwards and you had to, you just being live and nervousness and all that other kind of stuff, and you would miscount. Anyway, um, so it just kind of evolved from there. And there was a time when auctions were beneficial because we would start it at a certain price and then things would get bid up. Things are not getting bid up. They're just not. The majority of And I think it's because there's so many people that are doing live sales, that there's just a lot of options to choose from. And, um, things are just getting claimed for maybe $1 or $2 more when you're doing an auction, you know? Oh my gosh, I remember that too. Okay, if you attended the live sales back in the day, yeah, Audrey Lee would Audrey would claim something, and then Willie would come in and he would say, I saw my name first." And we would have to be like, the lag is different, you'll see your name differently." Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was another thing. So, it involved a lot of confusion. Wow. But you know what? I am going back to the olden days. And I'm gonna do this today. Hello, Sherry. So, if you used to attend my YouTube sales all of the time, and then you're like, "She's not doing YouTube sales anymore." I'm not downloading another app. You don't have to download anything. But I'm having a live sale today, 1 PM. Remember 1 PM? See, I'm, like, really taking it back. Although, moving forward, my sales will normally be on Thursdays because I have been babysitting my grandson. This week was the first week that I missed him, and he is precious, and I'm going back up there on Thursday, spending the night Thursday night, Friday night, and going back up there either Sunday or anyway, I love being able to spend time with my grandson and babysitting him, so my sales, I'm having 1 sale a week, maybe more when I can, but it's gonna be on Wednesdays, I think right now at 3. I don't know, could be a little late or I'm sorry, not Wednesdays, Thursdays. Could be a little bit later, um, but I don't know. But I'm gonna be doing quick claims, which means, for example, I've got this beautiful minty green I'm doing Christmas in July today, by the way. And so when I show this during my sale, I'm gonna give you a price, and then you can claim it in the comments. Now, it's gonna be a little bit different than back in the olden days because also back in the olden days when I did sales on YouTube, I had to send invoices out, and I don't wanna do that anymore. I've gotten spoiled on Vamp where I don't have to send invoices out anymore. You also don't have to send in your information. Now, this sale that I'm doing today, it will be ran through Vamp, but I'm multicasting it like I am right now. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook right now. I'm on and Vamp. No, I'm not on Vamp right now. I'm just on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. That's why you're watching me on YouTube. You can see me wide, big and wide, big and wide. But if you're watching me on Instagram, you're just seeing me like, you know, in a little small screen. And I have had people that say, "You know, I miss the YouTube sales because I can see the whole screen." Listen, if I'm showing something, why who cares about over here? Who cares about over there? This is all you should be caring about right here. You know what I mean? So that to me isn't valid. Well, I can't see the whole screen. You can see the whole screen. You can see this. This is what you need to see. Who cares about the mess that's on each side of me? Pay attention to that. Um, but I'm multicasting, so when I'm having my sale, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're like, "I'm not going to Virtual Antique Marketplace, Misty," I don't care what you say, I ain't doing it. Now, I will say if you were in the chat right now, some of you that have came over to Vamp, sing its praises right now. Let the people know how wonderful it is. And I've had a lot of people say that that's the only way that they're going to be purchasing things because it's so easy and the community is so wonderful. Audrey crossed over. She made the leap. Audrey, I'm still waiting on details for our trip, but Audrey Lee, I think I'm meeting with Trova Trip next week, and I think that we're going to go back to Greece to different islands. Michelle boxing trainer, she did no lag. There isn't a lag. Okay, let me talk about today's sale. It's gonna be open for anybody to claim items, alright? So if you're watching on YouTube, you can claim an item on YouTube. If you're watching on Instagram, you can claim an item on Instagram because 'cause I'm not doing auctions. So, there are a lot of other vamp sellers that are going to be trying this as well when they are multicasting, but there isn't going to be I'm not gonna be running any auctions for a couple different reasons. I think that, um you would, Bonnie. I think that it's a waste kind of sometimes. I am gonna do one item as an auction. One. One item is gonna be as an auction, and it's gonna be these cards. These Christmas Pixie cards in their original box. These are gonna be ran as an auction. Look at little sultry Santa. Yes. Oh my gosh. Jackie, Audrey Lee, tell her how much we had fun. We had so much fun when we were in Greece. I'm telling you right now, the Greece trip was my favorite trip, and I loved Ireland a lot. I will never go on another winter trip, never. But look at little, sultry oh, that's really washed out, sultry sea. These are unused greeting cards of all different designs. So these that's the only thing I'm gonna be doing as an auction. So if you want to buy these, then you will have to be over on Vamp. But everything else is gonna be quick claim. So what will happen is if you're watching on Instagram, every platform has a different way of claiming items. So if you're watching on YouTube, what will happen is when I'm holding something up, there will be a claim number. And I'm going to give you that claim number. And I'm going to try to find something where I can write it down. It should show up on screen, but just in case, just in case. Um, so a number will pop up on screen. And if you're watching on YouTube, you just type in claim space and then that number. A link will pop up and then you click on that link and you'll be sent over to where you can pay. If you buy multiple items, you'll still get discounted shipping. So just keep that in mind. So that's it. It's kind of like you were buying things on in a YouTube sale, and then you're waiting on me to send you an invoice. You're gonna get the invoice before the sale is even over. So it saves you time, it saves me time, bada bing, bada boom, done. And, so that's how it works on YouTube, and you'll have I wanna say you have 24 hours to pay your invoice. And if you don't pay it, then you will not be able to purchase me from the future. So don't buy things unless you can pay for it within 24 hours. And then on Instagram, I'm looking at my Instagram feed on the side here because Streamyard has done an update that's kinda really kinda nice. I can see my YouTube and I can see Instagram. Then on Instagram, the way that it'll work, it's the same kind of process. I'll hold the item up, it will have a claim number, and then you'll type in claim and then the number that's given, and then, a invoice will be immediately sent to your DM. You'll still get discounted shipping if you buy multiple items, and then you just click on that link and pay, and it is very, very safe. We use the same payment processor as Amazon, so we use the payment processor is through Stripe, so it is safe for both the buyer and the seller, so there's a lot of protection. It's a secure, safe way to check out. It's just like paying with PayPal. You know, it's the same kind of format, it's just a different company. Um, so that's the way it works. So if you are I'm gonna be streaming it on YouTube, but it's gonna be like this, where you're not gonna see all of this. Why do you wanna look at all that? It's met I did do the human claw at Dave& and Buster's, and I got that trophy. That's gonna be in an upcoming video. Um, do I need to have information on Vamp? Shannon, you're already a member of Vamp, so you're good. If you are a member of it, it's completely free. You don't have to pay to be a member. We have chat rooms. We have like even like recipe swaps. Show us your shelfie. Show us your thrift finds. So the community is a wonderful, wonderful community. Just to go in and like, guys, look what I found at this yard sale today. It's so much fun. I love it. Look what it looks like on my shelf. So if you don't want to like put things out on like social media, it's a smaller, safer place for you to share your thrift finds with people who also like to buy and sell vintage and antiques as well. Um, so it's completely free to join. And if you do purchase things from sellers, then you're supporting many, many small businesses. But my credit card information isn't in. I mean, you did you take it off because you've purchased things before, Shannon, through Vamp, unless you've changed it. Um, if you're buying on Vamp, then yes, you will have to go ahead and have your payment information secured and safe and saved there. If you are purchasing from YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, then it's still gonna be going through the same processor, whether or not you're putting it through Vamp or you're paying it on YouTube. It's still gonna go through Stripe processor. So it's still gonna be the same payment processor. So it won't really matter. It's gonna work the same way. Um, if you type the magic comment, no, you'll get a link. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, no, actually, a link will pop up on the screen in YouTube, and it's kinda like the first person that cl someone can still swipe your, the link, 'cause the link will just pop up, and then you tap on that link, and then you'll be directed. So if Willie types in claim 4250, say that's the number, and then Shannon goes in and she clicks on that link and she pays for it. That's what I'm saying. The quickest way without any lag and without any sniping is to just be over on Virtual Antique Marketplace. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't understand. Yeah, I know, that is what a lot of customers tell me one of the things that they really, really love about buying on Vamp is that there's no sniping. So someone can't come in and, like, with the buy it nows, or not the buy it nows, with the, what was it called? God, it's been so long since I've done it. Just in case. With the just in cases, you know, there are some people that get irritated with the just in cases because someone may say the item is at $40. Let's just say, use that as an example. And someone has a bid of $40. And then at the last minute, someone will put in a just in case of 104. Well, then the other person that put in like a reasonable bid will get mad. So it just kind of takes away all of that drama. It takes away all of that drama. So, I can't stop singing the praises of it. I really, really can't. Um, yeah. Yeah. Well, you're not the only one, Willie. I've had other people that has said, I like this because it's less stress. I don't feel like it doesn't give me anger issues. If I want something, I can just claim it. So just know that you might be seeing a lot of other sellers. I know that Beth, Sweet Treats and Pretties, and LaDonna Bayou Bell are going to be doing very similar sales, and I think Beth and I might do some duos together. We can do a duo sale together, and it will work the same way, where it's just a quick claim. So if you're watching on YouTube, it's just so much easier for both the buyer and the seller. And yeah, Dana's been doing it too, right? Yep. Empty Nest Keepsakes. So also follow them on YouTube. Empty Nest Keepsakes, Bayou Bell, Vintiques, and Sweet Treats and Pretties, Carolina Sweet Treats and Pretties, because they are going to be doing this uh, type of selling too. And honestly, in my opinion, it's just going to save a lot of time. Well, that's kind of laughable for me because I'm a talker. So I could sit and say, "Oh, this is gonna save me so much time," because I'm just gonna be like, "This quit claim 42, whatever the number is, and it either sells or it doesn't sell." And then I ooh, look at this. This is a really hard to find piece of Florence ceramic. Um, and then I can move on to this one, and I can show 20, 30 items in so much quicker time. We don't have to do a countdown. We don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. It's just a bada bing, bada boom. You get your vintage. I ship the vintage. I ship the vintage. You get the vintage, and then everybody is a happy camper. So I'm excited to try to give this this different aspect a try because things are just. I feel like we're going back a little bit because into the earlier days because I don't know, isn't it kinda nice to know this is how much it's going to be when you're coming to a sale, this is how much it's going to be, instead of like, "Well, would really like to have that tree, but I know that that's gonna go for X amount of money," and I'm at the point now where if I'm buying things at a fair price, I know what my return on my investment needs to be, and I don't wanna price gouge. So, I need to move it, I'm gonna sell it and still make my return on investment, what I need to get out of it, and everybody can be happy. Does that make sense to anybody? You know? Um, 'Cause I got a lot of inventory that I would like to move. I do have a couple things too. Now I do have everything is already loaded, as a buy it now on Vamp, and the tricky part of that is, I hid the listings for a while. But I made them they're not hidden anymore, so people can just go on and buy it right now for if you're on Vamp. You can go in and buy the things that I put up, before the sale even starts, which might make some, people on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook upset. Well, but Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, I don't know why you're not coming over on Vamp, it's just gonna be easier for you just go ahead and buy the item right then and there, bada bing, bada boom, bada na Um, uh, Willie says, "I'm bummed none of your husbands immersed in European culture and don a Speedo at the beach." Well, what about us women's? We they it's top bathing tops are optional on the European beaches. We I thought about it, but I'm like, I probably shouldn't. I'm here with people that watch my YouTube channel, probably like, "Missy took off her shirt." Misty sunbathed in the nude or topless. That might I mean, maybe that make a video go viral. Probably not. No one wants to see a 51-year-old woman although I do look. Listen, if I'm at a beach that the top is optional, I'm gonna look, or the bottoms are optional or whatever. Like, Jackie knows when we went to Germany and we went into the saunas, there were people in there naked, and I was just like, "I gotta look." Right. Yes. I mean, I liked it. It's very freeing, but you do have to get past the point of just oogling, because staring is not polite. You shouldn't stare at somebody when they're naked on the beach. That might actually get you kicked out. So anyway, that's kind of like it in a nutshell. And, I really want feedback. I like getting feedback and we listen to feedback and we move forward with the feedback that we hear, but overwhelmingly, there have been so many people that have came to me because there have been time because Vamp I love Vamp so incredibly much. I so totally believe in the way this as far as selling, and it's strictly vintage and antiques, so that's, like, the difference between, like, Whatnot or, other even, like, eBay Live and well, on Vamp, you know that everything that sellers are bringing are all vintage and antique. We do have vintage clothing as well as an option, but, I'm so I'm incredibly proud of Vamp, and I've worked so incredibly hard to I've worked really, really hard on this, something that I truly believe in, but it is also my biggest form of stress and anxiety. It's the first thing I think about when I wake up, it's the last thing I think about when I go to bed, and honestly, it can be a little disheartening for me when people are like, "Well, I'm not gonna come over there because I wanna see the whole screen. I don't wanna see it when the screen is cut off." I'm like, is it that big of a deal? I got these lucite these, um, what is this color? It's not yellow, it's not green, or it is yellow and it's green. What do you if you're looking at and they're still in the box. The box doesn't say it says glass candles, but they're not glass candles, they're lucite. What does it matter if you're looking over here or over there? I don't know if it's just like a do you glow? Oh, yeah, you glow. Look at my nails. You can't see. I don't know if it's just like a comfort thing. You glow? Nothing. Oh, I am bringing a piece of vintage Christmas clothing, and I've considered, uh, keeping this for myself, but look at this vintage this is a size large too. So it's not usually when you find really cute vintage sweatshirts, they're like itty bitty, but it says Jingle Bear and it's in that like puffy paint. Oh my, and it's Spumante is the brand by Franco. Oh, there it is. I did wash it though. It smells really, really nice. So I am going to be bringing a couple or just this item of clothing. I did sell two vintage, I already shipped them, two vintage pieces of clothing on eBay. Oh, Shannon, you're so sweet. Karen and Bug know too if someone tries to sneak in a Funko Pop. Yeah, there are. I mean, we do, and I'm honest with the sellers when we go through onboarding is that, I'm telling the sellers the items have to at least be 20 years old, and if they're not, they will get deleted. And then people are like, "There's too many rules." There has to be rules when you're having a vintage only marketplace. And I know the word vintage can be contested. People can say, well, things are only vintage if they're X amount of old or whatever. But we started out with 25 years old. Then I had some sellers that wanted to cross list things that they had over on Etsy onto Vamp, and Etsy, the rules on Etsy is 20. And honestly, if you Google what is vintage, typically when you find it, it'll say 20 years or older. So anyway, now that's not to say that when someone's doing a live sale on Vamp and it's a listing that what we call on the fly, which I do have a couple things I'm not going to show you, but I do have a couple things that are not listed that I will show on the fly that's not ever been seen before, and not even in a haul video or anything. It's just stuff that I've had. Um, they are vintage, but some things may not be vintage if it's listed on the fly. If it's after 1965, it's not vintage. I know. I mean, a lot of people look, they're like, I only like 1950s kitsch vintage. But like for me, I love the 80s. Like it is 80s, what I call 80s kitsch, 90s kitsch. Um, like I don't have her listed yet, but like this is Piggy, which I was going to keep for myself, but I decided to sell her. Right. To me, this is like 1980s kitsch. And like the definition of kitsch is in bad taste. So kitsch, I'm gonna be doing a little reel on kitsch, on like the meaning of kitsch, but kitsch isn't um when someone says that's kitsch, it wasn't necessarily a good thing. Like back in the 50s, it might not have been like a positive word, but now it's one of my very favorite words. Kitsch and camp. I like kitschy and campy. And the dopamine dressing I'm having fun with. I changed my shirt because I cut up a t-shirt that I got from Five Below, and I messed it up. So I changed it into this. I thrifted this shirt, but these pants, I have them in a couple different colors. Um, They are linked on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, I'm getting ready to change my TikTok name to Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. Right now it is the Misty Show, but I'm gonna be posting some different content over there. I wish to Oh, hi H. It's nice to see you. I've been enjoying all of your new dressing looks. Thank you so much. Listen, I really hope that you guys will that I can inspire you all to try it. So much fun. And you can find so many fun things when you're thrifting and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put that with that. I'm gonna put that with that. And I have gotten so many compliments from people when like being at Walmart. They're like, oh my gosh, I love your hat. I'm wanting to do like like an accent, like a little chain thing. I got this from the bins. I washed it. I washed it, but I got this from the bins. I took my daughter to the bins on what day did we go, Emma? Oh, we went on a Saturday. No, was it a Saturday that we went? On a Sunday. We went on a Sunday. I don't recommend going to the bins on the weekend. But she was worse than going with Mark. I could be at the bins like the T-shirt bros all day. All day. All day. Emma was like, "You have a half an hour, ma'am." But I ended up finding this. Yeah, she's 30 minutes. And then she, like her dad, when she was done, she stood over there at the cart, "Mom," and I'm like, "Let me go look one more time." But I did find some stuff, and I'm gonna be doing a haul. And I washed everything, so I'm gonna be doing a try-on haul. She did set some boundaries. She really, really did. Um, so okay, I am getting ready to go. I hope that this quick little video that and I'm gonna be back in like 4 minutes doing the sale. So I have to leave here. I'm gonna go on Vamp and I will stream it and it'll go up on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So I really do hope that you will come over and on Vamp. But for whatever reason, if you don't have to download an app. You just go to virtualantiquemarketplace.com. Type it in your Google, virtualantiquemarketplace.com. Join, become a member. It's completely free. I'm trying to think I might do some sort of like a little promotion thing where if new members sign up between this day and this day, I'll do some sort of like a giveaway or something. Just come over and check it out. If you are having problems logging in, send me a message and I'll do my best to help you. But yeah, just go into your Google. You can do it on your phone, on your computer. I actually recommend watching live sales on Vamp from your computer. You can bid, you can chat, you can see so many more options when you're watching it on your computer than watching it on your TV or watching it on your phone. Ronnie D, I am going to be doing some members only chat when I'm babysitting, probably. I have to get approval from Emma because I'm not showing him in videos. You know what? I don't think I can do it on here. Ronnie gifted 5. That's so nice, Ronnie. Ronnie, when are you gonna come to Anita? We want to meet you, Ronnie. Or Ronnie, I'm gonna be going out to California here sooner rather than later. Can you come down to LA? Oh, that's okay, Jackie. Jackie, we're gonna meet at the Franklin Road Bins Friday. If you want to come, that's where we're gonna start our bins babes. You want to come be part of the bins babes plus Jerry, Dana's husband, Jerry. Oh, I think I said that he's Ben's bro. Or maybe he wants to also be Ben's babe. Well, okay, November, I might be able to do that. I'm trying to plan something. There's a couple I've got some things that I gotta do. I gotta go out to LA for a couple things. I'm trying to get all of that worked out. So maybe we can meet up, Ronnie. That would be fun. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go, but hopefully I will see you back here in just a few minutes. Okay. Bye, guys. guys. Hope to see you here shortly. Come over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com and see what it's all about.